Came up recently in a meeting and I thought it'd be a good thing to nip in the butt right here. So we get lots of questions for workers' comp on whether an individual is an employee or an independent contractor. So there's a couple ways that you can be really clear on which one you are or which one you're hiring. So if you have an independent contractor, they are going to have their own business or LLC, and you will be paying them for their services that they're providing to your business. A really good example of this in the professional realm is like an insurance agent in my case, or maybe an accountant or a bookkeeper, maybe even someone that helps you with taxes like a CPA. Those would all be independent contractors because you are paying them their business for the service that is provided. Where it gets kind of tricky is maybe you have somebody that's a 1099 that's working for you on a regular basis. And that is another one of the tests. Is it an ongoing contract? And do they have other people that they help in the same way? Do they have people that, besides you as a customer, that they do that similar service for or a different service for underneath their business umbrella? So that's another way to decide if it's an employee or a independent contractor. And then the last one, which I think is a good one to think about as well, is if you can control their time and what they do. So as the employer, you can say you need to be at the work site at 7 a.m. and you will end at 4 p.m., right? That is what you can do as an employer. But for a 1099, you're not allowed to control their day in that way. You can say, I need this particular job done, and then they can complete that job at their will and at their timelines. So that's where it gets a little bit tricky, and where sometimes maybe if you're in construction, you say, I need the plumber here that day. The plumber says, yep, I'll make sure I'm there that day, but you might not be able to tell him exactly what time and how to do his job, right? It's his work, it's his profession. So as a subcontractor or someone who's a 1099, that individual can decide when to show up and how to do the work and perform his duties as tasked. So this is important for insurance because you need to know if you got to have workers' comp for your employee, or if this is a 1099 worker and they are not an employee underneath your business. Go ahead, take the test for yourself and tell me if you are an employee or a 1099 worker and how you can tell.